We are living in an era where self-improvement has mutated into a new form of religion. You wake up at 5 a.m., you journal, you optimize every caloric intake and every minute of output. You are building a perfect engine of productivity. But in the midst of this obsession with how to do things, we have stopped asking the only question that matters. Why are we doing them? Consider this terrifying thought. If you execute a plan perfectly with flawless discipline and unwavering focus, but the goal itself is catastrophic, are you a success or a monster? To answer this, we have to look at a forbidden case study, one that exposes the fatal flaw in the modern success industry. Let's look at history's darkest figure, Adolf Hitler. If we strip away the morality for a split second and look only at the mechanics of his daily life, he was a masterpiece of discipline. He was focused, he was inspiring to his followers. He pursued his goals with a relentless, unshakable drive. By the standards of modern productivity gurus, he checked every box. This sounds insane, perhaps even dangerous to say. But this satire, a concept highlighted by author Mark Manson, reveals a brutal truth. The self-help industry teaches you how to accelerate the car, but it doesn't tell you if you're driving off a cliff. Your values matter infinitely more than your effort. You don't need more discipline, you need better metrics for what you value. So what is self-worth, really? We tend to think our values are these noble ideas floating in our heads. We think I am a person who cares about health, or I am a person who values family. But that is a lie. Your values are not what you think, they are what you do. Every single minute you are voting. Right now you could be sleeping, scrolling through social media, or working. You chose to listen to this. In 5 minutes, if you click away to watch a cat video, that is also a vote. And that's okay. But let's be honest, behavior never lies. You can claim you care about the environment, but if you drive a massive, gas-guzzling truck to buy single-use plastics, your behavior is telling the real story. You can say you value your career, but if you procrastinate the moment pressure hits, your actions are screaming that you value comfort more than achievement. We are not defined by the image we want to project, but by the sacrifices we are actually willing to make. This gap between the person we say we are and the person our actions reveal is the source of almost all our misery. This brings us to the phenomenon of the breakdown. You've seen it. The successful professional who suddenly quits everything to move to a farm or goes on a 10-day silent retreat in the mountains. We say they are finding themselves, but they aren't finding a lost version of their ego hidden under a rock. They are essentially deleting their old operating system. They are creating space to realize that the values driving them, money, status, validation, were never theirs to begin with. Identity is just a fancy word for the collection of things you decided were important. When you change what is important, you change who you are. So how do we actually rewrite this code? You cannot do it with logic alone. You cannot debate yourself into a new personality. To understand this, we look at Darrell Davis. He didn't scream at them. He didn't try to cancel them. He sat down, had dinner, and treated them with humanity. Why? Because values do not crumble under the weight of arguments. They crumble under the weight of experience. These men held a value: black people are inferior. That was their truth. But when faced with the undeniable reality of Davis, a man of talent, kindness, and intellect, their value system collided with reality. They couldn't reconcile the hate with the friend sitting across from them. The cognitive dissonance broke them open. If you want to change your life, you have to replicate this process internally. First, you must expose yourself to experiences that contradict your current beliefs. If you believe money is everything, look at the misery of the corrupt wealthy. If you believe you are unworthy of love, surround yourself with people who treat you with kindness until your old belief system malfunctions. Second, accept the pain. When a value dies, it hurts. You will feel lost. You will feel empty. That void is necessary. It is the construction site for the new you. Third, choose better problems. Stop valuing feeling good all the time. Start valuing growth through struggle. Stop valuing being right. Start valuing being curious. Fourth, act before you feel ready. You cannot think your way into a new value. You have to act your way into it. You have to live the new truth before it feels natural. Ultimately, freedom is not the absence of responsibility. Freedom is the ability to choose which responsibilities you are willing to suffer for. You are not a fixed entity. You are a fluid collection of choices. Don't ask, who am I? Ask, what am I willing to struggle for? The moment you align your actions with values that are constructive, controllable, and reality-based, the noise stops. The anxiety fades. You stop trying to find yourself and you simply start being. This is the only work that matters. Everything else is just noise.